All right, damn it. I look like shit. All right. We're back. It's been a while, but I haven't stopped the account. I just haven't been making videos updating. But I don't honestly even remember where the hell I was at. I think I still had a bunch of money in index funds. Things have changed because I'm terrible at keeping my word. So, as you can see on the screen, I'll just go down to the stocks we got. So, open. I'm kicking myself a lot about that one because I had a good bit of it and I was going to put another $1,000 into it at $1. And that damn stock went up $1.65. And I sold it. I sold it, bought like AMD and some other stuff, and then I was like, it's holding. I should, buy like 200. So I did like $200 worth. It went up to $1.40, and I was like, this thing's gonna crash. So I sold it. I should have just kept it because there's only like a little bit of money, and like the risk was like, yeah, okay, I could lose that at the casino, but I could have the chance to like triple it. I'm an idiot. That's not new. That's not different. I'm an idiot. That shit. Anyways, my plan has changed. I think it's been like a week or so since I have made a video updating. Not that anybody watches this shit anyways, but the goal is to make $1 million and have my kids be rich when they're adults. So I sold all the index funds because I was watching a YouTuber. What the heck's that guy's name? It's like investment education. I don't know. But he makes a lot of sense, and he has a lot of good track records of the stocks that he buys. I know it sounds like bullshit, but like when he talks about, he seems like he knows what he's doing. Like when he talks and he explains these, I'll link him down below. But he knows what he's doing. He's also trying to sell his company, but he does plenty good enough with just the free YouTube videos talking about stocks that he thinks are going to go up, stocks that are worth holding for a long-term portion and whatnot. But anyways, so yeah, the thing that he said that made me want to keep watch or change the way I was investing was that you can. He's like, holy shit. He said you might gain 20% on an index fund in their best year. But there was a stock that went up like, well, let's just look at cake for instance, right? Cake has gone up, which is a cheesecake factory. It has gone up 34% in 3 months. So, and that's not even like one of the good stocks that he's done. Like, let's look at AMD. In 3 months, they've gone up 82%. That's like, if the index fund did amazing for 4 straight years, that's what you would get. That's if they did amazing. And this company did it in 3 months. I get that there's more risk, but the thing is, I already ain't got shit for money, so I might as well try to get in one of these companies, at least for a little bit. See, as you can see on the screen, I already made $70. I have put a lot into this, but, so like for the past week, was it $10? I don't know. AMD's paid me some pretty good money. Our total return is $80. We did lose like $64 yesterday. So we at a point we were making like $150, but that stock, with all the news that's been coming out and stuff, I think it's going to do good. And there's a lot, being that these are like blue chip companies, I don't want to say blue chip, but they're known stocks. They're not like piece of shit penny stocks that I was doing. When I was doing that. It's either I was like, oh, I'm not gonna make any money investing in blue chip because they're already big. They're not gonna get much bigger. And then I was like, with penny stocks, I was like, I'll buy a ton. But the problem is with penny stocks, even if you make money, then you have to find somebody to buy those shares. So if you sell it, the stock can drop a ton if you sell your whole portfolio. So penny stocks, I was taking the extremes of both. I was like, blue chip sucks, not gonna make any money. Penny stocks, I have a chance to make money. But right here in the middle, with these trying to catch these stocks that are like good companies, they're just kind of like down at the moment. Even if they're not, they can go higher. Um, that's why I have the stock spot that I am showing on the screen. Elf, that's a makeup beauty company. Since I bought them, I've made $49, which is like 8%. And that was in like a couple days, dude. I've made 8% in a couple days. This stock, let's look at I'll show you the long term. I don't know if anyone gives a fuck about this or if anybody's even watching, but this company was a turd after COVID. But this thing has gone up, it's gone down. It's gone up to $200, and then it's gone down. And it's gone up to $200, and it's gone down to $100. It's gone up to $120, and then it dropped to $50. See, if I would have known, bought there, but now it's at $100. So there's a chance it can go back up to $200. It doesn't pay dividends, but if I hold it for a bit and then I sell it for more than I make, or for more than I bought it for, we'll be good. And that's the thing with these growth stocks too, is like, so Cake actually does pay dividends. It's not very good, but there's a lot of big news coming out for that company, as in like they're trying to open up more restaurants, but it's not the same restaurant. You should think about it, or look into it. Cake, there's a lot, like this is gonna be a long-term stock that I think will do, and that also he was talking about is going to do good in the long run. But that's why I'm gonna try to load up on shares as I go, because we think, he's right. It's definitely going to do good. Open, that stock, incredibly volatile. It was up for like every day for a couple days. It's probably going to drop on Monday because Open Door has been like doing this. But the CEO, or the co-founder, I mean, he did just say that he's not giving up on the company. They made a bunch of changes. They axed the CEO that was essentially lighting their money on fire and not doing a very good job at his job. Like, he was buying houses for way more than they should have, and then he was putting cheap garbage appliances in and then trying to sell them, and then they ultimately sell them for a loss of like $100,000, and that happened multiple times. So they're going to take away the like, I don't know. They're gonna get realtors in, so people are gonna feel more inclined to want to buy from them, and it's not gonna feel like some BS online thing as much. So hopefully, Open Door does good. I wish I would have bought $1,000 worth at $1, but hindsight's 2020. I have 412 shares, and I'll just hold the stock because honestly, that is $1,000 worth, and I'm not really sweating it. I bought yesterday at 240, and I made $100. So that was cool. I made $100, but I could also lose $1,000 if the company goes bankrupt. But they made some changes. I don't hopefully the company doesn't go bankrupt. Some people are saying it could be the new Carvana, where Carvana was like $6 one year, and now it's at $300. So if that's the case, we'll be in the right direction. But and then SoFi, I don't know if I talked about them. SoFi and AMD. AMD is going to start selling their new chip. Their new chip's highly anticipated. It could be good. Might not be good returns right away, but the next couple of years, this could be a good move for them. It could be looking more like Nvidia. So SoFi, it's some I don't know, but the hopes are high. Essentially, people are thinking $30. Fucking $50, which probably won't happen, but could, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, basically I changed my mindset from index funds will take too long to get quick growth. So I'm going to get more risky and dabble with some of these companies that so index fund. I can't talk for shit. Index funds, it's a smart strategy. But for me personally, I think it's going to take too long. Being that I'm already 25, so I got to try to make up for some lost time. Individual stocks is what I'm going to do, I think. Because the individual stocks, I mean, open door, that's a big risk. But these other ones, like, the chances of them going bankrupt and down to $0 is so small. So I'm not going to lose everything I put into it versus like putting everything into a penny stock and that thing going bankrupt the next day. That's why it's like, yes, I could lose money, but the thing is, I won't lose money unless I sell for a loss. So if I buy it and then I have to hold it for 4 years, but I don't sell it for a loss and I actually gain money after 4 years, even though it was down, that's okay. Warren Buffett, he knows what he's talking about. And people are like, oh, you lost $10 million. And he's like, no, I didn't. He's like, I still own the stock. He's like, I haven't lost shit till I lose it, until I sell it. So that's essentially what I'm going to do is like, I'm going to just try to never sell for a loss. If that means I have to hold that stock for longer, then so be it. I'm still going to put money into the account. Maybe I'll just load up on more shares. I'm also going to set some money to the side in case the stock market takes a dump. Then I can start using that money to buy more things, right? Because I can't predict when it's going to take a dump, but I can still play it. I can still buy and invest in it. And then also have money on the side to start deploying and using as it does take a dump. Not trying to find a bottom, that's going to be impossible. But if I see that AMD is $40, I'm going to think it can't go much lower unless there's some terrible news. Then I'll start buying tons of shares of that. But if there is anybody watching this, hopefully I inspired you to want to invest. I would say do it smart. Be smart about it. Don't get reckless. Don't dabble with options. I was looking into options last night because I'm like, I didn't understand it. I watched a couple videos, and then you can actually lose more money than you have in your brokerage account. So essentially, an option is 100 shares. Like, it doesn't say, or it doesn't specifically look like it when you're looking at options, but you are essentially paying for the right of 100 shares if what you think is going to happen is going to happen. Options, you can make a shitload of money, but you can also lose a shitload of money. You can actually lose more than you have, like I said earlier. So I just don't think it's worth it. There are smart ways to do options. So I would say research options for no less than a month until you fully understand every aspect of it before you even try to do it. Because you can fuck yourself so badly with options. But you can also, be smart and play them a good way. Andre Jick, he had a guy on there, somebody that he introduced to stocks, and he did very well. He started with 15 grand, and like 3 or 4 years later, he made $1 million just doing like options and stuff. So, it's very interesting. I'm also not telling people that I know what I'm doing. Um, Somebody said you get like half the dopamine from telling somebody what you're doing, and then you lose the momentum on wanting to do it. So I'm just using a YouTube channel to try to hold myself accountable. I haven't uploaded in a while, but this will be like day 5 till day 15 or some shit like that. I will try to at least update weekly. I have put a lot more money into the account since. Um, but yeah, that's where I'm at. And take care of yourself. Don't sell for a loss. And if that means you have to hold it for years, so be it. Don't sell for a loss. All right. Bye.